We're live.
Awesome. And with me is Black Sheep the Eyewitness.
Hi, Bob. Oh, man. Oh, man, that was a trip.
So, we decided to go in with my original plan of writing a letter stating, to the victims being shunned disfellowship by the Watchtower. Do not suffer in silence. You are not alone. And you don't need to be silenced. Unfortunately, the one that I wanted to send, Black Sheep decided me to not to, because I decided to go and say, don't support harboring pedophiles on it.
Now, I'll leave that. But hold on. We did leave the IRC on there, the website. So, there's that.
But I'm going to give credit to the ARC, as well as the website that Professor sent earlier about the Watchtower Victims Memorial Day.com. And then going to give a shout out to the Facebook group, the Ex-Jehovah's Witness Recovery Group, and as well as the SilentLambs.org. But as you saw in Black Sheep's memorial video there, he said he couldn't find a lamb, but we did stop by our local grocery store to get something to drink afterwards, and we were able to find. I found a lamb. He didn't look in the basket where it was hiding. So
yeah, but there's always a next time.
Indeed. So I guess maybe I need to ask you, how did you feel?
Oh, come on now, man. Jeez.
Hey, I'm not the one that's been in the org for, out of the org for 15 years here. This affects more you than I.
True. I was more worried about a cop rolling up on us than anything. Because it was late at night, dark out, and I'm in the middle of goddamn nowhere. And it's off the highway. So I had to worry about patrol officers. But other than that, nothing. I didn't think a witness was going to come and around the parking lot, and none of that. It felt nice. You should go watch my video. The only reason it cuts off as quickly as it does is I heard someone talking. I didn't know who it was. I didn't know if it was a witness or not, but I'm not going to get found out. I'm not done recording these meetings. I'm not. And to whoever picks that up, I know it'll probably be an elder, a spiritually strong elder. Ugh. And he may or may not throw it away. He may keep it. I don't know. But it is what it is. And we have another copy that we can go and do this again.
Yeah, when I was writing these letters, I couldn't really stop my hand from shaking because of how bad it made me feel, to be honest with y'all. I guess maybe the fact that, Black Sheep told me to write down Matthew 9:13.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I want mercy, not sacrifice. Well, thanks, Jehovah's Witnesses, for sacrificing kids. You're kind of breaking your own Bible's words there.
And not I want mercy and not sacrifice. It's go then and learn what this means. If that's not hypocrisy personified, I don't know what is. And there's also
1 Corinthians.
1 Corinthians 9, 19 through 23. In this. Sorry about the fuzz. For though I am free from all people, I have made myself the slave to all, so that I may gain as many people as possible. Now I wonder who that might be. To the Jews I become as a Jew in order to gain Jews. To those under law I became as under law, though I myself am not under law, in order to gain those under law. To those without law I became as without law, although I am not without law toward God, but under law toward Christ, in order to gain those without law. To the weak I became weak, in order to gain the weak. I had become all things to all people. Hold on. I have become all things to people of all sorts, so that I may be all that I might by all possible means save some. It's extremely hard to read this correctly without going to the witnesses I became as a witness to save witnesses. To a Mormon I became as a Mormon to save Mormons. Ugh. You can add blank to become blank, and it fits. Last verse, 23. But I do all things for the sake of the good news in order to share it with others. So simply put, this shouldn't happen. The organization should not exist as it does, but it is a book publishing company and they want money. Go figure, right? Okay, I'm done. I'm done ranting. It's not an M&M rant, but I'm done ranting.
Well, I'm just kind of looking at it from an outsider's perspective.
Which is always awesome, by the way.
Yeah. And my heart goes out to those who have lost somebody or is losing people due to the org's stupidity. And I'm going to call it what it is. It is stupidity because they know what they're doing, but they don't care. And I can connect when it comes to losing a loved one, but not to an organization.
And neither can I. I'm the only one that was, well, not the only one that was affected in my family. There was my father and my mother, but my mother's gone. And she was never baptized. So there's that. And my father is a rat bastard, and I choose not to associate with him. So there's that. And there is a difference in between shunning someone and choosing to not be in a toxic relationship.
I feel on that one. But that's beside the point. But they have to be stopped. And I do know that it's not easy to be out in the world when you're just getting out of the org. You don't have anybody, you're completely alone because you think everyone has told you that everything outside the world, in the world is evil. And you're going to go through depression and anxiety and those who committed suicide because of it, and those who are affected by the loss. It's hard, and the organization is to blame.
True.
So I sincerely want to say I am sorry to those who have lost a loved one, a father, mother, sister, brother, family members, husbands, wives, children, to this corrupted organization.
I can tell she gets it. That's fantastic. It's fantastic.
But the one thing that I want to say that and it angers me that this organization that is supposed to be God's organization on earth,
God's only organization on earth.
the true religion, as what I like to call it,
oh man,
or as others have called it.
Oh yeah, bullshit.
Jehovah is, or I should say God, or whatever you believe, is allowing this to happen. And I thought that he was supposed to be against all of the corruption, the abuse, and everything like that. And I'm pretty sure that there is going to be a special ring in hell for people who have done this.
There's a scripture somewhere that's basically goes and says, I, Jehovah of armies, have done these things, or have done this. Now, I forget that scripture, and I will
Put it in the description.
Put it in the description, because I don't want to get off the live chat off my phone. I cannot. Yeah. But if a omnipotent being is causing these things to happen. And good book, da 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 da.
It has been redone, I don't know how many, countless times over.
Yeah.
So how can you actually believe it to be true?
But see, that's a side point. I, Jehovah of Armies, have done these things. Speaking of killing countless countless people. If he does that, then why is he so good? Why can he do no wrong? Why can Jehovah, Raymondus Martini, reference, do no wrong?
Well, I thought there was also a scripture that says that, you know, or no, I'm sorry, it's not a scripture. It's in what the Bible teaches book about, you know, God is supposed to be this merciful, loving, kind entity, and yet he is allowing this corrupt organization, corrupted people, aka the governing body, to...
The gold one.
I was able to get my hand on one of these. God, this was in the first Bible study I actually read, so... Anyway, that's a set point.
Oh no, it's a point. You put out a reference.
Oh yeah, but you kind of sidetracked me a little bit there. But it just makes me think that, you know, I can't judge them as individuals because that's what they are. They are human. We are imperfect. I'll give them that. But I can't stand the fact that they say it is okay for this shit to happen. And they say that they're God's true religion on earth. It sickens me.
I found it. Page 10 of this book. Top of the page. We look around and see a world full of war, hatred, and misery. As individuals, we get sick, we suffer, we lose loved ones in death. Thus many say, if God cared about us and our problems, would he not prevent such things from happening? Okay, sure, isn't that a pretty little picture? Genesis 6:17. As for me, and this is all from the Silver Sword. As for me, I am going to bring floodwaters upon the earth to destroy from under the heavens all flesh that has the breath of life. Everything on the earth will perish. Genesis 19:24. Then Jehovah made it rain, the sulfur, and fire on Sodom and Gomorrah. It came from Jehovah from the heavens. Isaiah 45:7. And this is the one I was talking about. This is the one I remember. I form light and create darkness. I make peace and create calamity. I, Jehovah, am doing these things. Now, did Satan send fire down on his own forces, or was it Jehovah?
It clearly stated that Jehovah did it.
Now, If he's so good and kind and flowery like this,
why is he doing shit like that?
yeah, pretty much.
Talk about opposite end of the spectrum there, huh?
And that's how they confuse you. It's fantastic, isn't it?
But anyway, I don't think I really have anything else more to say. I'm just hoping that this stuff ends soon.
Boss was in the shadow a little bit ago. Buddy, if we end this and you come back and the stream is over, sorry we missed you. Fantastic speaking at you. You're a resource. Let me tell you what. Thank you for all that you do.
To everybody in the XJW community, thank you. Every little bit counts, and that's why we're saying you're not alone in this. Do not suffer in silence. Seek out the help. I mean, what harm will it do?
She's got a point.
You know, I may not be a JW, but I am here as an outlet for anybody that comes across my channel and, you know, has concerns or, you know, needs questions answered.
Yeah, if you have a question, pose it to her and we'll figure it out. There is a sense of community here. It's fantastic.
You know, you may have knowledge of how they are,
limited as that is,
but still, you've been in it. And you know kind of how the cult mind works.
Yeah.
As sad as that is to say.
Yeah. And considering the last couple of days have been a real mind fuck for me.
You know, you spewing your guts about your story.
Which, if you haven't already, check out the One Bun, THE, the number 1, BUN. Fantastic channel. She goes up to Elders and Kingdom Halls. Zeb.
Bridget.
Bridget from Arizona does that. I'm Worldly does that. Fantastic watching the elders and the spiritually strong run like chicken shits.
Tuck the tail between your legs and go home.
It's fantastic.
Cowards, that's what they are.
Yeah.
Freaking cowards. But
they're supposed to be knowledgeable and girding themselves in the armor of what is it? I don't want to give anybody PTSD, but you know what I'm talking about.
But when was it the Bad Association that was on earlier today?
Bad Association UK version was on earlier this morning. Mm-hmm. They ran for 8 hours straight. It was a fantastic stream.
Indeed. I can't remember if it was somebody in the chat or if it was the One Bun or Excelsior. Nice to meet you, by the way. About making a wall for those who have perished and probably still living from the org's bullshit. I honestly really think that's a very good idea. That way we can honor those who fell victim to all of this. And I'm kind of glad that you're here.
So am I. I like living. It's nice.
Living is nice, but also having a free mind and thinking for yourself is also a good thing as well.
Sometimes it's a bitch, though.
But as I said earlier, that I really am sorry for those who did fall victim to the org and took their lives or going through the process of depression and loss because somebody in the organization is still there, or you're just waking up for yourself, which those who are awakening, good for you. I realize it might be scary, but as I said, you are not alone. Get out, get help.
Talk to somebody.
That's what the XJW community is here for.
And I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about
Even professional help.
or a teacher or a counselor or a mandatory reporter, somebody.
Mm. Somebody that you can trust that isn't in the org.
Yeah, because you saw how they... I am not the only one that they've... I'm not the only one that they've mind fucked. Screw it. I can cuss.
So, but getting back to the memorial a little bit here, just seeing Black Sheep's reaction and only seeing just the one memorial set up, it was heart-wrenching, to be honest with you. Because, to be honest with you, he is probably the only one here in our little small town.
And that's fine. That's completely fine.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And,
but
yeah.
I am proud of you.
Thank you.
I am proud.
A year ago, I wasn't even going to go near the Kingdom Hall. I knew where it was. I knew where it was. I didn't just know. I got the shakes. It's terrible. And then I asked myself, why am I fearing these people, this building? Why am I fearing this building? There was nobody there. To a point to where, screw it. I'm going to walk in the building. And it sucked. Not sucked as in, well, it sucked, but sucked as in the fog was real, and I didn't even bother to realize how thick it was in my head. Fog, fear, obligation, guilt.
Nice acronym. I guess now we know a little bit of how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Yep.
And it is bigger than any of us combined, but what little acts that we do will make a difference. And that's what any of us can really hope for right now. I just say, you know, everybody that gets a hold of this video,
What's your thought?
to those who are awake and wanting to get out, do it. Don't be in an organization that is going to harbor pedophiles and keep fucking brainwashing you. That's all I can really say. Because I really don't want to see anybody else fall victim to the org and another innocent, precious life get taken.
Deuteronomy 18:20 through 22. If any prophet presumptuously speaks a word in my name that I did not command him to speak, or speaks in the name of other gods, that prophet must die. However, you may say in your heart, how will we know that Jehovah has not spoken the word? 22. When the prophet speaks in the name of Jehovah and the word is not fulfilled or does not come true, then Jehovah did not speak that word. The prophet spoke it presumptuously. You should not fear him. Now, when they say they are the only channel for God, they have to wear that flag and lie in their bed because they made that statement. Once you say, I speak for God, then you become accountable. If you say something does not come true, yeah. If you say something and it does not come true, pardon, then sure, fine. You are wrong. Whoop-de-doo. A human can be wrong. But once you say, I speak for God, and say something, then it becomes a prophecy. Because you speak for God. And if it does not come true, well then, do not fear them. Period. That's a brick. That's what that is. Jesus.
A brick of bullshit.
Yeah, it's something.
Well, they don't call it silver turd for a reason, so.
Ha!
Alright.
Good enough? Boss, sorry we missed you. But at least we got Hangouts working. So, yeah. And it pushes the button.
And wait, before you do,
Uh-oh.
anybody that has come across this video, subscribe. And if any of the ex-Jehovah's Witness community can actually get my name out there, please do so. And with that, Lady B and Black Sheep out.
I will. put a little asterisk to this. Again, don't want to be a leader. And I've noticed this on my channel as well, there are people who I know watch my videos that are not subscribed to me, and that's okay. I don't want to be a leader, man. Be safe about what is in your subscription list. Safety first. If you don't feel like you want to have X-Witness content in your YouTube stream, sure, fine. Be safe. Now, there's always the search bar.
Just don't stay silent.
No. Stay safe, but don't stay silent. Stay safe, but don't stay silent. Bleh.
Try saying that 6 times fast.
Right?
All right. Just an update. We should be getting back into a semi-normal routine of when we do our book studies with them here fairly soon. My schedule has been kind of wonky, but
now that we have Hangouts going right, I wonder if we could live stream the study. What do you
without it being too obvious?
What do you think, guys?
Yeah. What do you guys think?
That's a thought.
Hmm.
I wonder, hold on. If the video cuts out, then this won't work. I'm going to try and minimize the and see if it still works. Test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2, blank.
Yeah, it seems like it's still going.
It is still going. Alrighty then. Okay. So if I minimize that, there's going to be some echo here. Test. There's going to be some echo here.
All right, at least we know it works. Awesome.
Fantastic. All right. All right. So we'll be able to live stream the study. Fun.
But like I said, hopefully here fairly soon we'll get back into getting, Tuesdays meetings on video and hopefully some Bible studies here soon.
And apparently we're going to go through the Family Happiness book. Now, I remember that book being blue and hard hardcover blue book. Apparently it's not anymore. Should be interesting. The Family Happiness book should be me, Lady B, Wolf, and Carrie. Really?
Yeah. The Bible study is the 6 of us. The Family Happiness book is just the 4 of us.
Oh, crap. All right.
And then we got our individual studies, and then...
Study. But I will say this. Back when I was young, it was, you don't miss meetings, period. Now it's, these dudes have gotten lax. Oh my God. The last time he said anything to me was on the 11th. Yeah, and that was half a month ago. Yeah, come to meetings if you want. Don't, no pressure. Yeah, no pressure. Okay. Come in with a Thanatos shirt on and shorts with boots on. Yeah, no pressure. Yeah. And JW Suicides, I saw the video that you did about my hypocrisy at the hall. That's awesome. Thank you for pointing that out. Just want to say that. I appreciate what you did. Thank you. And you better believe I'm going to chummy up to those kids. Just to see. Because I don't want that to happen to anyone else. Anyway, I digress. And it pushes the button. And it pushes the button.
All right, guys. So with that, Lady B out, as well as Black Sheep the Unwitness. We'll see you soon.
Bye!